Ever wonder who figured out electricity, discovered life-saving medicines, or helped us see the invisible world of atoms? In the next 10 minutes, meet the legends of science, from Marie Curie to Nikola Tesla, plus a few heroes you might not know yet. Stick around for the writer who helped change environmental laws and the oops that launched antibiotics. Let's begin. A scientist is a super curious problem solver. They ask questions, test ideas, and use evidence to understand how the world works. Today's tour shows how their breakthroughs still power your everyday life. Marie Curie. She discovered radium and polonium and pioneered research that still informs cancer treatments. Curie was the first woman to win a Nobel Prize, and the only woman to win 2. Her life's message is simple: curiosity plus courage can rewrite history. Nikola Tesla. If your lights run on alternating current, you're living in Tesla's world. He championed AC power generation and transmission and built the first practical AC motor, laying the groundwork for modern power grids. Innovation sometimes means betting on a better system, then proving it works. Alexander Fleming. In 1928, a messy Petri dish grew a strange mold that killed bacteria around it. Fleming noticed, investigated, and penicillin, the first broadly effective antibiotic, was born. One observation: millions of lives saved. Keep your eyes open. Breakthroughs often start with, "That's odd." Rachel Carson. Not all scientists wear lab coats. Carson used research and clear writing to reveal the dangers of certain pesticides in her book, Silent Spring. Her words helped spark the modern environmental movement and inspired new protections for our air, water, and wildlife. Science plus storytelling can move mountains. Albert Einstein. Yes, the theory of relativity changed how we think about space and time. But Einstein also explained the photoelectric effect, the principle behind solar panels turning sunlight into electricity. Big ideas don't just live on chalkboards, they power homes and cities. James Chadwick. For decades, atoms were a puzzle missing a piece. Chadwick found it, the neutron, a neutral particle in the nucleus. His discovery reshaped nuclear science from energy to medicine and helped explain how atoms stay together. Rosalind Franklin and Francis Crick. Franklin's X-ray images revealed crucial clues about DNA's structure. Building on that data, Crick and colleagues decoded the double helix, the elegant blueprint of life. Together, their work opened the door to modern genetics, from understanding heredity to advancing medicine. Niels Bohr. Bohr gave atoms a rule book. Electrons don't orbit randomly, they occupy specific energy levels. This quantum picture explains why atoms emit precise colors of light and underpins technologies from lasers to LEDs. Galileo Galilei. With an improved telescope in 1610, Galileo spotted 4 large moons orbiting Jupiter. The message was shocking for the time: not everything circles Earth. By looking carefully, he helped shift humanity's place in the cosmos, from the center to part of a vast, beautiful universe. Thomas Edison. Edison didn't just invent, he built systems. From the incandescent light bulb to the phonograph and motion picture camera, he connected ideas to infrastructure. Innovation isn't only about a single device, it's about making the whole world ready for it. Louis Pasteur. Pasteur brought invisible enemies into focus and found practical solutions. He established principles of vaccination and developed pasteurization, making food safer and preventing disease. Every safe sip of milk carries a quiet nod to his work. Carl Sagan. Science meets wonder. In Cosmos, Sagan invited millions to explore the universe, ask big questions, and cherish our pale blue dot. he proved that curiosity is contagious and that awe is a powerful teacher. Rapid-fire inspiration. Ready? Michael Faraday discovered electromagnetic induction, the heartbeat of generators and electric motors. Antoine Lavoisier identified oxygen's role in combustion, helping found modern chemistry. Alfred Nobel invented dynamite and later created the Nobel Prizes to honor breakthroughs in science, literature, and peace. André-Marie Ampère helped uncover the rules of electromagnetism. The amp is named after him. Stephen Hawking explored black holes and the early universe while living with ALS for decades, showing that the mind can roam far even when the body cannot. What do all these people share? Relentless curiosity, the courage to challenge assumptions, a habit of turning mistakes into momentum. Look around your life for their fingerprints. The electricity humming in your walls, the medicines in your cabinet, the safe food in your fridge, the solar panels catching morning light, the vaccines that keep communities healthy, the phones and computers that rely on quantum ideas, even the environmental rules that keep skies clearer and rivers cleaner. Science is a relay race. Galileo hands the telescope to Newton, who hands equations to Faraday, who powers the work of Tesla and Edison, who electrify the world that Einstein helps us understand, which inspires the tools Franklin and Crick use to decode life, which fuels the medical advances made safer by Pasteur, and the environmental protections awakened by Carson, stories we learn to love because Sagan taught us to feel wonder. Here's your take-home playbook for thinking like a scientist. 1. Ask better questions. Swap. What's the answer for what would I need to observe to know? Science doesn't fear I don't know. It uses it as a starting line. 2. Test ideas, don't defend hunches. Run small experiments in school, at work, or in life. Let the results, not your ego, decide what's true. 3. Notice anomalies. Fleming's penicillin began with an accident. When something looks off, dig deeper. The odd data point might be the doorway. 4. Tell the story of the evidence. Rachel Carson turned data into action by explaining it clearly. If an idea matters, make it understandable. 5. Share the torch. Sagan showed that curiosity grows when we pass it on. Teach a friend, help a classmate, inspire a kid. Knowledge multiplies when it's shared. Before we wrap, a few hidden gems to keep your curiosity buzzing. Grace Hopper helped pioneer computer programming and popularized the idea of machine-independent languages, paving the way for modern software. Katherine Johnson's orbital mechanics calculations were vital to early NASA missions, including John Glenn's historic flight. Chien-Shiung Wu's landmark Cobalt-60 experiment overturned the law of parity, proving the weak force treats left and right differently and reshaping modern physics. Jocelyn Bell Burnell discovered the first radio pulsars as a graduate student, opening a brand new window on the cosmos. Vera Rubin mapped galaxy rotation curves and uncovered powerful evidence for dark matter. Most of the universe is the stuff we can't see. George Washington Carver transformed agriculture with crop rotation and hundreds of plant-based innovations that improved soil and livelihoods. Subrahmanyan Chandrasekhar calculated the mass limit of white dwarfs. Above it, stars collapse into supernovae and neutron stars or black holes. Ada Lovelace envisioned general-purpose computing and published the first algorithm intended for a machine. Ibn al-Haytham al-Hazen laid the foundations of optics and championed experimentation a millennium ago. Tim Berners-Lee created the World Wide Web so researchers could share information and ended up connecting the planet. Mae Jemison, physician, engineer, astronaut, became the first African-American woman in space and a force for STEM education. Mary Anning's fossil finds along the Jurassic coast helped launch paleontology and rewrote our picture of ancient life. Which hidden gem surprised you most? Tell me in the comments and drop a name for part 2.